What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Noel Blends in this house, man. Where I'm coming back again with another tutorial for y'all. I am gonna be doing a high taper for you guys. I'm gonna do step by step on what I do to achieve this type of look. Now let's get it. So the first thing I do, guys, is I start off with my number 2 guard, lever fully open. I close it about a quarter. You don't have to close it, but I don't know why I've always done this. I just close it about a quarter. And we're just going to go, clean up the area where we're going to be blending at. Just getting my canvas ready. Keeping it nice and precise. And what this allows me to do, it gives me an idea where I'm going to smack my blend on. And I usually do this most of the time on most of my haircuts. Unless it's super short already. But in most of my cases, I blend into a lot of bulk. So I like to keep my area, or my fading area, nice and neat. So as you guys saw there, I was cleaning everything up, connecting the top and the bottom with my thinning shears. I do use my thinning shears quite a bit. I think it just leaves a smoother transition. But right here, I set in my first bald guideline, and we're gonna take off the C cups on the high taper. I don't know who told y'all, but we don't use no high or no C cup on no high taper. So make sure you guys take off the C cup, and that's how you get a high taper, basically. Right here, I'm hitting it with my crunch shavers. Shout out Supreme Trimmers again. You guys go check them out. They're dope. They sent me these as well. And to be honest, these shavers are pretty fire. I actually used them a lot today, as we speak. I was using them, and they're dope. They're dope shavers. I really like them a lot. So right here, our first initial guideline, or our first step, not a guideline. Well, yeah, it is technically a guideline. So we're gonna be coming in with our 1 guard, lever fully closed, and we'll create about an inch guideline. Remember, guys, keep the blade flat. That's the thing. These clippers right here have like a taper blade, and honestly, I'm not a big fan of taper blades, so I need to tweak that up and put a fade blade on them. But the clipper overall, it's real fire. And then we're gonna do the same thing with the half guard, lever fully closed. I don't know what this is, like the 1/8 or 1/16 or something like that. I don't know. It's just called. I've always known it as the half guard, guys. Just smack it on and do the same thing you did with the 1 guard, lever fully closed, and copy the same exact thing, guys. So once you do that, we are gonna finish it off. The bottom, it's already technically faded. The hardest part of the fade is what we do first, which is the bottom guideline, which is from the shaver to the half guard. So right here, we attack the bottom guideline. We do flick it out. All you gotta do is open it up a little bit, nothing too crazy, and just play with it until you guys think. Pretty much however you guys see it. Use your guys' eyes. That barber eye. If you guys think it's out, leave it alone. Stop playing with it and just stop messing with it. Those are gonna keep pushing up the blend, and you don't want that. So right here, I do go back with my trimmers. These trimmers ain't even zero gap. This is straight out. All these clippers right here on this side, I'm using everything straight out the box. It's not zero gap or nothing. As you guys can tell, I was kind of struggling on taking them out. But a little bit of tweaking, man, I know they're gonna hit like crazy. So now what we're gonna do is come with our 1.5 guard, lever fully closed, and create about another inch guideline on top of that. Keep in mind, guys, you do not want to dig in super crazy. Just let the clipper do the work. Don't put crazy pressure on it. So now we're gonna start with we're gonna go back to our number 1 guard, lever fully open, and we're gonna do the same exact thing that we just did with our 1.5 guard. You're gonna put it right where we did it, the 1.5 guard closed, but instead of closed, we're gonna do a 1 open, and we're gonna start fading down now. As you guys can see, I closed it halfway right there. I just go a little bit more lower. As you keep going lower, you start to close it right there. I close it all the way, and you're just gonna attack the middle ghost line. Keep in mind, this ain't gonna take out the line completely. You're gonna have to come in with your half guard and detail it to get everything out. like I said right here with the half guard, close it, use your corners, guys, and do not be afraid. Just use your corner and go right where the dark spots are at and flick out. With this step right here, you do want to flick out a little bit more. That way you don't push up the blend. Basically our blends right there, as you guys can tell. Now we're just gonna connect the bulk with the bottom. So what I do is I start with my number 2 guard, lever fully open, and I close it about a quarter, and we're just gonna go straight up. Really not digging into it, just going, connecting it to the top to the bottom. So right here, there's little spots underneath the number 2 guard. You come in with your 1.5 guard, lever open and close it about a quarter, and do the same exact thing. So on his lineup, he's trying to grow like his bangs and stuff, like the Edgar and all that. But for now, eventually, he said he is going to just keep growing out his hair. So all these bangs and stuff, he's gonna have to get rid of them. So I didn't really like line him up too crazy sharp, because I know eventually he's gonna put it up in a bun or something, or we're gonna trim him down. I do use enhancements. I do have the air compressor. You guys asked me what air compressors or whatever I use. I used to use the cordless, but I do use like an actual air compressor that I got at Harbor Freight or something like that. But you can get them on Amazon. I will put a link on the same one I got. That way you guys don't get confused on which one to buy and which one not. But honestly, any air compressor works. But I will have everything listed down below, guys. And I did fast forward that part for you guys. That way, you guys already know it's gonna be the same thing. So I'm gonna show you guys more in detail right here. Now to do the back, I do a straight line. Sometimes I do bring it up, like on the edges, depending on the person's head shape and everything. If it sinks in a lot on the sides of the taper, then you gotta bring it up. That way you can get a nice contrast look. Right after we set in the guideline and we clean everything up, we're gonna come in with our shavers. As you guys can tell, I did switch over. I forgot to mention that, but I am using the Andes shavers on this part. I take it all the way to the line. I don't really put a lot of pressure. I let the shaver do the work, but I do go all the way to the top. Right after that, we do come in with our 1 guard, lever fully closed, and we're gonna create about an inch guideline. Guys, make sure that your guys' guidelines are even and real neat, because if they're not neat, your blend's gonna be all over the place. And do not rush it, guys. When learning these steps and any other steps, you guys want to be as precise as possible and really try to get it down and really learn the technique. That way you guys can master your guys' fading techniques. Right after the 1 guard close, you're gonna come in with your half guard, lever fully closed, and do the same exact thing, guys. I literally can't like be more like break this down even more simpler. You literally copy the same thing, guys. Do not hesitate, just copy it. As you guys keep progressing with this technique, you guys will learn when to put a little bit more pressure, when not to, and learning this technique breaks down the hair for you guys. It's crazy, because that's what it did for me. And it's gonna show you guys how hair really works, and when not to do other things that you're not supposed to. You know how some hair, guys, is real super light. You'll learn, like, using this technique is gonna teach you guys like to be light-handed or a little heavy-handed, more heavy-handed. You know what I mean? And right here, what we're doing, we're just taking down the bottom line. This is the hardest part of any type of fade, haircut, taper, anything. It's that bottom line, and that's what I can say at least like 95% of barbers struggle with the bottom piece. Like, and what this technique does, it allows it to look just super sanded down and buttery, literally. These are my 0 gap trimmers, and we're just cleaning up anything that the clipper didn't get. Next, we do the 1.5 guard lever fully closed, and as you guys could tell, or as you guys can see, I am flicking a little bit more out towards the middle because that's where his hair starts to like want to drop over or overlap the bottom. So what you want to do with that is you want to just bring it out, scoop it out a little bit, and that way give it some shape as you're going and setting in this guideline. So now we're going to be blending from the 1.5 guard guideline, but with our number 1 guard lever fully open. And you're going to copy the same exact thing you did with the 1.5 guard. As you guys can see, I close it halfway and we go a little bit lower, and then you fully close it and get that middle ghost line. Keep in mind, you're not going to blend it out completely with this, but it is going to soften it a lot, like extremely a lot. So after that, we're going to come in with our half guard and clean everything up with our corners. Make sure you do not push up the blend because it is pretty easy to push it up with this half guard step. Just use your corners and flick out. So now we're just going to connect the top with the bottom, and with that, remember, in blending into bulk, we always use our number 2 guard, lever fully open, or closer about a quarter. Just one little notch and we go straight up. Kind of giving the shape as well, just pulling out and going straight up at the same time. Right after that, we go in with the 1.5 guard, lever fully open, and it closes about a quarter, just one little notch. And we're just gonna go straight up. Basically, just have it fully open if you guys like. You don't have to close about a quarter. I don't know why I've always just done it like that. It became a habit, like naturally, and I just kept doing it. And I can still, my blends come out the same if I leave it open or close it a quarter. Technically, it don't do much, but technically you can leave it open if you want to, fully open. Then I clean up around the ears as well with my 1.5 guard. Then I come in with my thinning shears right here, and we're just connecting the top to the bottom, getting all the little spots I didn't get with my clippers. Just making it look as smooth as possible. You guys want a haircut to look real consistent all around, not just in one area. So make sure you guys take these extra steps and really get it down to how you guys want it to look. I do spray the back of his neck taper with hairspray just so I can lock in all the hairs. Doesn't matter what kind of hairspray, just whatever. I get mine from Dollar General. Don't be afraid to pull down his ear either. You guys ain't gonna hurt your clients. So that's basically how I do my tapers, and I do add a little bit of clay for his hair texture. It's like that rough, coursey texture. I don't know, curly hair. But I do add some. It's this Fader Culture clay. It's super dope. It smells really good, and shout out to them for sending me this stuff. They always take care of me, man. And this is what I came up with, guys. I hope you guys like it. Let me know what you guys want to see in the comments. What you guys want to see next. Make sure you guys hit that notification bell. That way you guys get alerted every time I drop a new video. Like, comment, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram, on TikTok, whatever you guys want. I have my link in my bio on Instagram. I have Snapchat, whatever. I don't mind, man. I don't post nothing on Snapchat, but I appreciate you guys for tuning in, and let me know what you guys want to see. The goal is to help you guys get better in this barber industry, and I hope I'm doing that and giving you guys some dope tips, and you guys can learn with them. I'm Noel Blends, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace.